Hello YouTube, Ash here. Welcome to another episode of Special Talks. Today I'm doing a sort of spoiler talk. Last week I got to see SpiderMan Far From Home and there was so much to talk about, which I couldn't talk about because it was spoilers. But this is my spoiler talk. That's why I wanted to do this video. It's going to be quite a big video. I'm just going to go over certain things. I'm going to get into the whole review more. I'm just going to go into the things that I couldn't talk about and I wanted to talk about. The video I did with Peter. If you want to check out the non-spoiler review, there will be a card up there, you know, check that out. It's a fun video. I did it with Peter Margro, who's a fantastic artist and a big Spider-Man fan. So we sat in the car, we talked about it straight over the movie, so our emotions were fresh. But now, this is the spoiler talk. So yes, if you haven't seen the film, don't watch this video. Or if you don't care about spoilers, watch this video. But if you do care about spoilers and haven't watched the video, I repeat myself. But anyway, don't watch it if you don't want to get spoilers. Okay, so you've been warned. So the first big spoiler I want to talk about is the multiverse. The multiverse is a red herring. It doesn't exist. The reason I'm really mad about that, because I had a whole theory and I nearly made a video on the whole multiverse because I thought it would be a fantastic way for Marvel, a fantastic loophole for Marvel to introduce all these characters that they got from Fox. Because it would be a fantastic excuse, because when the Fantastic Four finally show up in the MCU, people are going to be asking, why didn't they help during the events of Endgame? Every hero that shows up from now on, some people are going to be asking, where were they during Endgame? And I thought that would be a fantastic loophole, that you have the multiverse, that they got smashed into our world from different worlds. But alas, the multiverse is a red herring and it doesn't exist. And the second big thing I want to mention, which is probably the biggest thing in the film, but for me the multiverse was the big thing, is that Mysterio is in fact the villain. Yes, I think all comic book fans knew he was going to be a villain. Even I said, hey, why are they showing me as a hero? Mysterio's a bad guy.
Bad guy. Duh.
And he is a bad guy in the film. And when he finally reveals himself and you see his team, that's one of the things I really didn't like about the film, because it goes a whole 2 minutes of, you know, monologuing, exposition, you know, why? It really felt out of place. Now, I know it was delivered by Jake Gyllenhaal, who is a very charismatic guy, so you might not mind it that much. However, it's still just 2 minutes of exposition, so... and it really took me out of the film. It really feels like one of these bad recaps. I didn't like that bit at all. Definitely didn't like that scene. However, one thing I definitely liked with Mysterio was the fights between him and Spider-Man. We really wanted to talk about it in our spoiler-free review. However, we couldn't because it's a big spoiler. But we did hint at it by saying we liked the set pieces and some great action set pieces. And this is what we were talking about. The fights where he does all these illusions and drives Peter crazy. Fantastic. These illusions are really amazing, and it really feels back to, you know, Scarecrow in Batman. Now, I know I'm talking DC, so sorry, don't hate me, but it's sort of, you know, these things are fantastic, and I love when they mess with people's mind, and they did it so cool, and I really enjoyed them, and even Peter did, and we thought that this is probably the best action set pieces in the film. Although I was saying that the last fight when he's trying to fight this big illusion and Spidey's trying to take out these drones, that was some really hardcore action too. Another thing I want to mention, which was shown in the trailer, however I'm going to confirm it, is that MJ now does know that Peter is Spider-Man. To be honest, I like it because, you know, at the end of the day, MJ's going to find out he's Spider-Man, so why should we drag it on in a couple of films? Just get it out of the way, and I like that. Now, going back to Mysterio for a moment, I just want to mention how good was he as a villain, you know. These Spider-Man films really have fantastic villains. After Michael Keaton in the first film as Vulture, yeah, they have some of the strongest villains in the MCU. Now, I know that's not saying that much, because the MCU is known for having weak villains, except for Thanos. So, but it's good to have two big villains. And talking about villains, I'm going to speculate that the next villain will be Kraven. And you know why? It's that mid-credit scene. Yes, let's talk about it. First of all, the return of J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. Yes, they managed to get him back. You know, some actors are made for roles, and he was the best thing one of the best things, let's not say the best thing, I think it was, then again, it was the best thing. He was fantastic in Raimi's Spider-Man. He really, you know, made the role his own, and everyone wanted him back. Everyone was thinking, who could play Jonah Jameson? Well, they said J.K. Simmons. He already did it, so why not? And they did. They brought him back, and it got the biggest cheer in the cinema as soon as his face popped up. But let's talk about what else happened in that mid-credit scene. Peter Parker's revealed to be Spider-Man, and he's made out to be a villain, and that's why I think Kraven will be the villain in the next film, because obviously he's going to be on the run, Spider-Man, he's going to be hunted, and who else is going to hunt him? So yeah, that's why I think Kraven will be the next villain in Spider-Man 3, or whatever it's going to be called. Probably Escape from Home or something like that. And I have to say, this is one of the best end credits or mid-credit scenes that Marvel's produced. Now, I was expecting something, because you kind of hear rumours, but I didn't know it was Jonah Jameson or J.K. Simmons back at that. I thought maybe it would be Venom, maybe it would be Deadpool, maybe it would be something with the multiverse, the whole multiverse, which didn't exist. But yeah, this was a fantastic scene. And then we have the end credit scene where we show that the Skrulls are actually Nick Fury and Maria Hill. So yeah, that was kind of weird. And that we get the real Nick Fury is on holiday in space. Honestly, that didn't really get me excited, maybe because the mid-credit scene was really too like mind-blowing, but yeah, it was okay. And as I said, it'll probably be referenced in the future MCUs. But anyway, that's it. Let me know in the comments down below. Feel free to spoil it now. Hopefully you've seen it. Let's talk about these scenes. What did you think of the mid-credit scenes? Who do you think the next villain's gonna be? Did you like the film overall? As I said, I still think it's probably Spider-Man 2 and then it, but I definitely liked it more than Homecoming. Although I did, as I said in my full review, think that it started off a bit too silly, but once it hits the scene, it's really fantastic. Overall, I would definitely recommend this to any Spider-Man fan and any fan of the MCU. So anyway, yeah, that's it. If you did like this video, hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, remember to hit that subscribe button, because I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, lots of geek content. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.